Hello, grade 11s. Choosing a bank account can often be a difficult task. Most commercial banks have many accounts. The main differences between these accounts will be the interest rates offered on loans and savings, as well as the charges for transactions made. Let's join Mandla as he discusses bank charges with Mampo.
Now, Mandla has been doing so well when it comes to handling his finances and using his bank account that I want to get him involved in this lesson, as I know he has a special interest in caring for his money.
Hello, Mampo, how you doing? You know, I'm just chilling outside the salon and I'm ready to get my lines redone, huh?
Great, Mandla, and with you?
No, everything is good. Hey, my little camera is making me some nice extra money, taking wedding photos and stuff. Hey, I'm saving my money with the money I get from my paper runs every week. This account thing really works for me.
And so it should. That's what it's all about. Using the bank services to make the most of your money. And today, I'm talking about caring for your money. So I know this one will really grab you.
Mampo, I'm all ears. Let me tell you something. My little account is starting to grow. And I want to do my best to make sure it grows even more. Nah? So, what's up, Sissy?
I was saying that people like the painter, the electrician,
I'm holding a screwdriver.
even the hairdresser charge you for their services when you need them to do something for you. And in the same way, the bank charges a fee for its services.
Fair enough. I mean, if they're doing a good job, then they deserve to get paid for it.
That's the point exactly. But how do you know that anyone can offer a good service? How do you choose a painter or an electrician, for example?
I don't know. I suppose you can just ask a couple of questions. Maybe just ask around, friends and stuff, you know? Just find out from people who have used them before.
Good thinking. It's important to find out if they have the experience to do the job, if they know what they are doing, how much they will charge to do the job, and if they give good customer service. And when you choose a bank, you should use the same questions. It's important to find out how much they charge for their services.
I thought all banks are the same, like petrol stations. Everyone has to charge the same amount for petrol. So then, what are these fees for?
Good question. There is not very much difference in the charges that South African banks charge. But you can negotiate these charges with them. By doing so, you will find that you can get a much better deal from one bank compared to others. Let's look at why banks charge for these services. Firstly, they need to pay salaries, service their ATM machines for our convenience. Checks have to be printed. Deposit slips have to be printed. Application forms have to be printed. Then there are the debit and credit cards. Banks also need to transport money in armored vehicles, and it goes on and on.
You know, I never really thought about that banks have money and that the forms and cards come as a package deal.
Mandla, let's make a list of some of the services the bank offers.
Okay, give me a chance to put my thinking cap on. I just gotta give this some serious thought. Okay, we have cash deposits. Then, of course, cash withdrawals. And checks. Those are the easy ones to remember. Oh, and of course, we have ATM machines.
And what do you call the service that an ATM machine is used for?
Oh, man, I know that one. You call that electronic transfers.
Good. What more?
Oh, well, there's internet payments, debit cards, and of course, credit cards.
Well done. But these are just some of the services the bank offers. There are even more. So now you know why it is important to compare bank services in the same way you should compare a painter or electrician's services before you call them out. You need to do some research and find the best options that will keep your bank service fees as low as possible.
I got you on that one. Sounds simple enough.
Sounds simple, but do you think that the fees are the only important thing to consider?
Well, if you get it cheaper at one bank than another, obviously you must go for the cheap one.
But Mandla, think about it. Cost is not the only thing you should consider. You also need to consider the convenience.
How's that?
Okay, visualize yourself doing the following. Banking through the internet,
Yeah, man. It was kind of cool.
Banking over the telephone.
Yeah, but yeah, I do that.
Driving to the bank, then standing in a queue. The internet and telephone methods are quicker, but which option costs less?
I'm not sure, so I'll put that on my list of questions to be answered by the bank. Anything else I should be looking at?
Well, why not make a list of the services you can use to operate your bank account?
Well, I could use a checkbook. Then there are bank statements, internet access to my bank account, telephone banking option on my current account.
Yeah, but yeah, I do that.
There are also stop orders and the ATM card to withdraw cash from my current account. Gosh, I didn't realize there were quite so many.
They are adding up, aren't they? And what's more, the bank will charge you for all these options.
Looks like I could be ending up paying more on banking fees than what I bargained for.
You could if you don't do your homework. Here are some guidelines on how to reduce bank service fees. When you have a choice, always use the cheaper method. Electronic banking services are cheaper than using a teller at the bank. And an added bonus is you don't have to stand in a queue. Always try to use your bank's ATM. Using an ATM from another bank is a lot more expensive. Telephone or internet banking is quick, but remember, there's still a small charge for this service. For every cash withdrawal you make, there is a charge. So, save on fees by planning carefully so that you don't make too many small withdrawals. Bank charges are less if you have a specified minimum balance in your bank. It could even be free at some banks. So find out what your bank's policy is on a minimum balance account. Avoid paying penalty charges by making sure you always have enough money in your account before making out a debit order or writing out a check unless you have permission from your bank. Good habits pay off. Always cross your checks with the words "not transferable." The bank charges will be less than for a check that has not been crossed. Avoid writing out cash checks. You pay a high service fee for a cash check. Study your bank statement carefully for a few months and see what you pay in service fees. If you feel they are too high, take action immediately.
Well, that has certainly given me a lot of food for thought. It looks like I'll have a lot more questions to look into if I'm going to find the best service for my needs. Mampo, thanks for the advice.
My pleasure, Mandla.
When we choose a bank account, it's important to look at the bank charges. I have a friend who needs help in choosing a bank account for her small business. Lulu has a small dressmaking business and she needs a bank account that she can use for paying for materials, paying wages, and depositing cash and checks. During a typical month, Lulu will be making 14 cash deposits at an ATM, 20 cash transfers to other banks at an ATM, 12 cash withdrawals at an ATM, and 4 debit orders. Let's take a look at the transaction fees for the first bank. The basic monthly charge on this account is 30 Rand. Each month, Lulu will get 3 free cash withdrawals and 1 free debit order. After that, a cash deposit at an ATM costs 4 Rand. A cash transfer at an ATM costs 4 Rand. And a cash withdrawal at an ATM costs 4 Rand. And a debit order also costs 4 Rand. Let's work out what her monthly charges would be on this account. Each month, Lulu will be charged a 30 Rand monthly fee before any transactions are made. She will make 14 cash deposits, which cost 4 Rand each, which equals 56 Rand. 20 cash transfers will cost 4 Rand each, which comes to 80 Rand. Lulu needs to make 12 cash withdrawals. On this account option, she gets 3 free withdrawals a month, which means she only has to pay for 9 withdrawals. At 4 Rand each, these cost 36 Rand. She needs to have 4 debit orders come off her account, but one of them will be free. 3 debit orders at a cost of 4 Rand each come to a total of 12 Rand. Now that we have the subtotal of each of the transactions, let's add them to find the total monthly cost. These costs come to a total monthly cost of 214 Rand. The second bank that Lulu considers has a similar account with similar benefits. The basic monthly charge is 49 Rand. She will get 6 free cash withdrawals at an ATM. After that, a cash deposit at an ATM costs 2 Rand and a cash transfer at an ATM costs 2 Rand. A cash withdrawal costs 6 Rand and a debit order costs 5 Rand. Let's work out the total monthly costs on this account. Every month, Lulu will be charged a 49 Rand monthly fee before any transactions are made. The 14 cash deposits will cost 2 Rand each and equal 28 Rand. 20 cash transfers will cost 2 Rand each, which comes to 40 Rand. Lulu needs to make 12 cash withdrawals. On this account option, she gets 6 free withdrawals a month, which means she only has to pay for 6 withdrawals. At 6 Rand each, these cost 36 Rand. 4 debit orders come off her account, each costing 5 Rand each, come to a total of 20 Rand. These costs come to a total monthly cost of 173 Rand. The first account will cost 214 Rand. The second account will cost 173 Rand. After doing the calculations, it is obvious to see that she should opt for the second account. Thank you for joining us, grade 11s. Remember, the tasks for this section can be found in the Interest, Banking and Inflation task video. You'll also be able to learn more about finance on our website, www.mindset.co.za/learn. Goodbye.